Brian Johnson, an American tech entrepreneur known for his extreme focus on anti-aging and longevity, recently stirred up a great deal of conversation during his trip to India, particularly with his comments on the air quality. Johnson, who has become a notable figure in the health and wellness world for his efforts to combat aging, traveled to India with an air monitoring device in tow, showing a level of concern that many would consider disproportionate. While his concerns about air quality are valid, India's air pollution is indeed among the worst in the world. It's hard not to feel that Johnson's reaction may not entirely resonate with the reality of the situation for most people living there. During his visit, Johnson expressed deep worry about the air quality, which he described as so severe that it felt like being in the middle of a fire. He even walked out of a podcast recording midway because the pollution was causing him physical discomfort, including sore throat and burning eyes. The fact that he nearly canceled his trip over the pollution speaks volumes about his apparent detachment from the everyday struggles of the local population. For many people in India, air pollution is a constant and inescapable part of life. The fact that Johnson, who has the means to filter the air around him wherever he goes, could not tolerate it for even a few days seems almost disconnected from the lived reality of millions of people who have no choice but to breathe in the same air every day. His comments, while highlighting a very real issue, also reveal a certain level of privilege. Johnson, as a wealthy entrepreneur, can afford to protect himself from pollution, but for the vast majority of people in India, this is not an option. His remarks about the severity of air quality felt almost out of touch, as he seemed more concerned with his personal discomfort rather than addressing the broader societal issue at hand. It's not as if India is unaware of its air quality problems. The reality is that there is little that many individuals can do to escape the toxic air. For Johnson to walk out of an important conversation about his longevity efforts due to air quality issues suggests a lack of understanding of the real challenges people face in this country. Furthermore, his hyper-focus on longevity, which includes the idea of living indefinitely through extreme measures like anti-aging interventions, seems to overlook a broader and more urgent issue: basic human survival. While Johnson advocates for extreme measures to extend life, one wonders if he has considered the paradox that his focus on longevity might distract from more pressing concerns that affect people on a daily basis, such as access to clean air, safe drinking water, and healthcare. It's as if he's proposing a solution to live forever, without fully acknowledging the dire conditions that many people must endure just to live day to day. There's also the issue of the so-called "don't die" philosophy that Johnson promotes. While it's easy to be enamored by the idea of eternal life and fighting the inevitable, it's also worth questioning the wisdom of fighting nature itself. In trying to control the aging process, Johnson and others like him seem to be overlooking the natural course of life, which involves not only aging but also environmental and societal factors that are outside of individual control. Trying to reverse the natural process of aging without addressing larger environmental and societal issues seems like a misplaced priority. The reality is that focusing so intensely on extending life may, in the end, result in missing the point that living a full and healthy life should be about balance and acceptance, not just the denial of aging. Additionally, Johnson's fixation on his blueprint and anti-aging methods comes across as more of a marketing venture than a genuine solution to global problems. The idea that we can all live longer lives by adhering to a strict regimen of diet, exercise, and scientific intervention is appealing in theory, but the underlying issue is that these solutions are not accessible to everyone. The average person does not have the resources or the means to follow such a rigorous blueprint. While it's easy to promote longevity when you can afford the best medical care, technology, and nutrition, most people are more concerned about basic needs, things like clean air, affordable healthcare, and safe living conditions. Johnson's trip to India is a perfect example of how focusing on the future of longevity can often detract from addressing the present realities that many people face. His concern about air quality, while legitimate, highlights the disconnect between the issues of wealthier individuals and the struggles of the masses. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of living forever, but at the same time, it's important not to lose sight of the fact that many people around the world are simply trying to survive in environments where survival is already a challenge. In the end, Johnson's anti-aging crusade seems to miss the larger picture. While his efforts to prolong life are admirable, they need to be placed in the context of real-world problems. Living forever in a world rife with pollution, social inequality, and environmental degradation may not be as desirable as it seems. The pursuit of longevity, in its current form, appears to be a pursuit that is more about privilege and less about universal human well-being.